Welcome to the Big Dog Lakers pod.
Woof woof.
BDLP.
Hey, fellas.
Hey, Ryan.
Hi, Ryan.
I'm Ryan, and you're
Okay. I'm Alex Hanna.
and I'm pointing. You're
Kevin Macias.
there. We go. And I'm Ryan.
Yes, you are. How's it going? How are you feeling?
I'm feeling good because I called it.
Did you?
He's going straight into
We'll get
I
right
called
into it. Yes, we had a 3-game Laker week.
Did you say 3-0?
I said 3-0. I said, while they're on a streak,
I don't know if
let's
Kevin
just
has
say they're on a
predicted
streak.
a loss all year. I'm not 100%.
No, I predicted
sure.
a loss to... Who did I predict a loss to?
To San Antonio, and you were wrong.
I was wrong. That was last week.
Yeah, I felt that we would lose to the Mavs, and we did.
Good.
Yeah. What did you thought another 3-0 week?
Yeah, man.
I didn't
Why
think
are
we were
you
going to go
laughing
down
at
to
me?
the Mavs.
Yeah, you didn't think?
No.
No.
Who'd you think we were going down to?
Nobody.
You said
Nobody.
3-0 too?
Yeah, I said 3-0.
Oh, we were in the same
wow.
boat.
Yeah.
It's a nice boat.
It's a good boat. I wish that it floated this
It's a comfy
week.
boat to be in.
Yeah, but sank.
It's got a dick a hit. I don't know if it is. We ain't calling battleship yet. It took a hit.
Yeah. I mean, they hit B9.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they hit B9.
How do? Do you go randomly? Do you just shout out numbers as you're going? You got strategy during battleship.
No, I mean just go
I think
for
you
it.
got to isolate the battleship and then
Yeah.
go around it and try to find the battleships.
Yeah,
my
that's how the
strategy.
game's played. What
That's
are you
my
talking
strategy.
about?
I'm very liminal about the game.
Okay.
There's not like any subliminal nature to that game.
Is liminal a word?
Yeah.
Is it really?
And subliminal.
I know subliminal. I've never heard liminal.
See, subliminal is when
No, okay. Come on. I'm gonna
It's like right below the
fist
surface.
fight both of you. We're gonna fist fight.
Kevin is bending his laptop.
It's gonna snap. It's gonna snap.
He's cracking his knuckles right now.
You know who's also cracking his knuckles?
No.
Frank Vogel, Coach of the Month.
What a good month.
Combined of October and November.
Number
Solid
one in
month.
the West.
Number one in the West. Only lost 2 games in those 2 months. Should have gone to Carmelo Anthony. I don't know. He won Player of the Week.
Yeah, and then you see the list of people who deserve it way more. It's like James Harden scored 50 points a game this week.
Luka, I think, had like a triple-double in all of his games last week.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then Carmelo, I think he had a 10-point game. And
And a 25-point game.
25-point game.
Oh, come on. Luka has been playing all year. Melo came off the couch.
Uh-huh.
You can come off the couch and put up 25?
26.
Yeah, I could put up. Yeah, but 30.
You could put up
31.
30?
Yeah, 30
You
piece.
couldn't put
31.
up 30.
Ryan's saying 31. I don't
Yeah.
think you could put up
I don't think
31.
Ryan could put up
Okay.
31.
You guys are my friends. You're supposed to back me on this.
No. I've said I can score 4 points, and you've adamantly been like, no.
That's very true. We'll get into that. But Frank Vogel, lovely guy, lovely coach.
Doesn't smile. Does
No.
good job coaching.
Great
He
Cavs,
smiles.
as we talked
He
about.
does not smile.
When Dave Chappelle's in the room, he smiles.
That was for a photo.
Have
You
we
can't
had
trust a smile for a photo.
Have we had any genius talks again recently? I think Dave.
Not that I know of.
Yeah,
I haven't
Dave
heard.
was the last one.
Yeah.
Dave.
David.
Chappelle.
Dave Chappelle.
David.
Chappelle.
Right.
Okay.
We had a good week. 2-1. Started last week against the Pelicans. I watched this at a batting range,
Which one?
strike zone, Koreatown.
Ah.
It's a good one.
Is
Very
that next to
fun.
the golf course also?
There is the driving range is around the corner.
Yeah.
Oh, around
The
the
like
corner.
4-story driving range?
Yeah.
I like that one.
Yeah, this is an indoor batting cage.
Uh-huh.
It was fun. It was a good game. There was a guy there who was not there to bat. There's a bar at Strike Zone.
Yes.
He was just there to drink and watch the Laker game. Odd choice because parking is terrible around there.
What if he lived
Maybe-
in K-Town?
yeah, he's a
it
neighborhood
could have.
guy.
This guy is screaming at the TV the entire time because we were down for most of the game.
Uh-huh.
It was a hard fought game.
Uh-huh.
Brandon was taking it to us. Drew was taking it to us.
Drew was looking like Steph Curry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this guy is screaming at the TV. And I told him about the pod. I don't know if he's listening right now. I hope he is. He looked like he was 41 years old.
What's his name?
Don't remember. Couldn't tell
Oh,
you.
come on. Mike, we're glad you're listening.
Yeah, thank you, Mike.
William? Hell of a name.
But at Strike Zone, you get a hat for hitting a home run. They like do simulated games.
Uh-huh.
You get a hat.
Did you hit a home run?
No, it's also a fitted hat. Like it's not a snapback.
Okay.
So I've been like with people who like get a hat and it's just, their head is like swimming in this hat. It's just there's so much.
They have one size.
Yeah, they have one size.
What size is it?
It seemingly like 5XL.
Oh, it's like a
head.
fishbowl on your head.
That's basically what it is. Strike Zone without an E too.
No, I've been to the place.
It's just weird that they don't put an E there.
I understand the place.
Because like
Strike Zone?
no, at the end.
Oh
the very
no!
end.
Oh no! Oh, okay.
Strike
gotcha.
Zahn. Not unlike Steve Zahn of Saving Silverman fame. Great comedian. National Security?
No, I'm aware of Steve Zahn.
Remember that movie, National Security?
Nope.
I don't.
Oh. What?
what about-
Martin Lawrence, Steve Zahn?
What about the one where he's a zookeeper or something?
Yeah, the Zookeeper.
No.
No, there was
You're thinking
one
of the zookeeper's wife.
No, but I was thinking of the Zookeeper with
No, you're thinking of We Bought a
Kevin
Zoo.
James.
Kevin James. We bought a zoo with Matt Damon.
I'm thinking about Don't Mess with the Zohan. That's the
Yeah.
only Steve Zahn movie I know.
The Steve Zahn movie with the animals.
Great Wilderness.
No, I don't
No.
know. But the only thing I remember, I
The
don't
shark.
know. The shark.
Look at his teeth. Yeah, that one.
How do I remember that?
It was the commercial. It was everywhere.
Everywhere.
It was everywhere. I think he golfs at the Los Feliz Par 3.
Uh-huh.
I've walked in. There's this guy I walk into all the time, and I just stare at him. I'm like, I know you, but I don't know how. And we'll talk for a couple minutes just about like golf or how the course is that day, and I'll just be like, all right, I'll catch you later. And I just stare at him every single time, and I'm like, I think that's Steve Zahn. But he's like, this guy's like super skinny.
The Los Feliz one?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I think it's him.
Yeah.
We'll find out.
Let's get back to the game.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
I didn't see it.
Oh, you didn't watch it?
I was driving to San Francisco.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't.
We beat the New Orleans Pelicans.
Yeah.
I got home,
Uh-huh.
or I got to my wife's childhood home,
Uh-huh.
and I'm saying hi to like my mother-in-law and like my father-in-law, and then I think you texted. It was like, what a fucking game,
Uh-huh.
or something like that.
Yeah.
And as we're like talking about, like we haven't seen each other in months, so they're like, how's your life going? I like slowly start to pull out my phone and look up a live stream, and then I was telling my mother-in-law a story, and then she looked at me and she's like, you can just leave if you want to.
Oh, God.
But like kindly, she knew
Yeah.
what was right. She's like, you can go over there and watch the game. Like go
Yeah.
into the room and watch the game.
Yeah.
And I was like, nah, it's only like a minute left. So I only got to see like the last 50 seconds.
I mean, the last 2-3 minutes were insane.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it felt. I think we had like no timeouts seemingly for the like last 5 minutes.
Yeah.
I don't know why we didn't bring our popcorn front row people again just to do some time stoppage. I mean, we have Jason Kidd out there. He could drop some Coke again. Jason Kidd, if we ever have no timeouts in the last 5 minutes, he should do the giant unicycle thing with the Bulls. And just be
Just
like,
on the side.
they all left.
Oh, the Bulls!
Yeah,
Sorry.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
What's it, Red Panda?
I think
Is
that's
that
her
the-
name. Yeah.
that's what they're called?
That's
No, the
what-
woman.
The woman.
That's what she's called?
Yeah.
The woman who does bowls with her feet.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know her name at all.
Something like that, yeah.
That's tight.
Either way, Jason Kidd, that's his only job. I don't know what Jason Kidd does beyond what he should do, which is stop time when we have no timeouts.
That's good.
Yeah.
We scored 35 points in the fourth quarter.
That's a big quarter.
It's a huge quarter.
A lot,
On the back of
We needed
Alex
every
Caruso.
single point.
yeah, a lot of gas from Kyle Kuzma in this game.
Kyle Kuzma was clutch. Dwight Howard was clutch.
Yeah.
LeBron James was clutch. And then our MVP, Alex Caruso, very important. A
MVP
plus 23 in this game.
MVP
one for
in
one.
this, yeah. MVP in this game, though, Anthony Davis.
I mean, he put up numbers.
Yeah.
41 points.
41 points.
Most in a comeback game. Another MVP, the twirling fingers. LeBron was doing this after every single play.
And they still got it wrong.
they still got it wrong.
It went off. There's like a play where Brandon Ingram was going to the hoop, and Anthony Davis strips him, and it clearly goes off Brandon Ingram's knee, and they like look at it on the monitor, and they still say it's Pelicans ball. We
Dang.
almost lost.
Yeah.
What's been going on with LeBron? Why are they still not giving him any calls? This feels like it's going on 2 weeks now.
Yeah, I don't know. He's not getting those superstar calls.
I feel like they want to keep the games competitive.
I understand that, and I have always hated superstar calls. Even when they were for Kobe, I was like, I'm glad it's my team, but I'd be fucking pissed if it wasn't me.
Yeah.
But
what about the Kings?
I love that call. Great call.
Okay.
I mean, are the refs just stupid, or is this mandated from Adam Silver saying don't overturn this?
What are you, stupid or something?
What is that?
Forrest Gump.
Yeah, that is it.
Yeah.
So is this like an Adam Silver thing, like minimize the overturned calls?
I think it's a combination of laziness from the Lakers and then refs trying to keep the game fair, and by fair I mean competitive.
I don't even want superstar calls. Just give us a call.
Yeah.
When it goes off the knee, when you foul LeBron, when people like blatantly just like punch him in the arm as he's going up to dunk or lay it up, it's like, I think that's a foul. I think we can call that one. It seems fair.
Yeah, there's been a lot of like wrist, and then him tumbling to the ground after somebody grabs his
hard.
wrist. Yeah, he's a big guy.
Yeah, and he just lays there for a while. You think he's dead? Yeah.
But they sent a letter. Rob Pelinka and the Lakers front office sent a letter to the office to the front office of the NBA to say you guys need to start calling more accurate foul calls on LeBron.
I heard they tied it to the leg of a pigeon. Is that true?
I heard a rumor that same thing.
They heard the same thing, huh?
Yeah.
That's what I heard.
Why would they do that? There's phones.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you want to make
true.
sure that it gets there.
Absolutely.
Damn.
Mike Tyson's on the top of the NBA building just
Yeah,
collecting pigeons.
I forgot about that.
I was at a funeral
pull.
and they released pigeons or doves, and
There's a big difference.
not a big difference. They're the same bird. One's just white.
Well,
One's just the white version.
I would feel
The gray version. It's the same bird.
If I was dead, I would feel very disrespected if they put pigeons
You can
out.
release the pigeons at my funeral. Feel free. But I thought it was crazy. The lady said where the pigeons lived, which was just like not close. It was like 6 towns over.
Yeah.
And I was like, it is fucked up that they were at home this morning and you brought them here. And then you're just like, now fly back home. And they have to fly back like 6 towns. They couldn't have gotten closer homing pigeons.
Mm-hmm.
What did you find out? Not the same bird? It's
No,
the same
they're
bird.
the same bird.
They're the same bird.
But it's like, you know how
It's
like
a symbol.
you know how like Jordans come in different colorways. A dove is a great white on white colorway, and a pigeon is a ugly bird.
No,
Disease.
pigeons are
Disease.
No, that's
it lives
a
in the
myth.
city.
That's not true.
It's smoking a little cigarette.
You want to go kiss a pigeon right now?
Yeah, let's get the
I
pigeon.
love pigeons. I'm a big pigeon guy. Love pigeons. I don't raise them. I would. I don't have a roof.
You don't have a roof.
Not a roof that I can store pigeons.
I don't think you need a roof. You need like little shelves that they can come and land on.
What am I going to put that in my bathroom? They can go through
your
the front
backyard.
door? I don't
You
have a
go in your
backyard.
backyard.
I don't have a backyard.
You know you can
You
use
got a
that
backyard?
You know you can use that space in your apartment complex.
What
It's
are you
like a
talking
little
about?
alley.
I don't live in an apartment complex. Have you been to my house?
Yeah.
When'd you come to my house?
When I dropped you off when we were recording that podcast in an undisclosed location.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
What did you guys think about the Pelicans' final play of throwing the ball to Anthony Davis?
Great play.
Great play.
They're very used to it.
Yeah.
You go back to what you know. You go to your roots.
I don't even know why they were throwing it to Brandon Ingram. He was having a bad game. He was like 4
Was he?
for 20
Yeah.
and smoke one, but also it's a bad shooting spree.
4 for 21 and 2 of 11
From the three-point line.
three. Yeah, it should have been going to Drew.
But 13 for 13 from the free throw
Man,
line.
Lonzo sat out with a
Redick.
stomach virus.
Oh, yeah.
What a sissy.
Yeah. JJ Redick also missed that shot like way late. Did you see that, Al?
Yeah, when he missed that 2-pointer.
And KCP like went from behind.
Yeah.
And I think even he they caught him saying, "Why the fuck didn't I make that?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he complained to the official that he got hit, but if you see the
No.
replay, he clearly did not get hit.
LeBron's just over there twirling his fingers again. He looked like he's just like getting another round. That's like he did that a dozen times in the last few minutes.
Mhm.
Is there a better, I know in baseball, is there a better feeling than when they have to go to review and then they come back and then the ump is like doing the circle and it's your team?
Yeah.
There's not a better feeling when you're like, was that a home run?
Yeah,
And then he comes back, he's like,
yeah.
and you're like, yeah, everyone run him. That's so tight. That's
Or
a good
even better
feeling.
if it's the other team and like points at the guy and goes out. It feels
I love
so
when he
good.
points at
Yeah,
you.
Yeah.
Mike, out of here. Don't step on the dirt on your way out either.
Damn.
My impressive dog of the game was
Yeah.
definitely Drew Holiday.
Yeah,
He showed out.
Yeah.
It was 29 points.
I mean,
12
I'm not
assists.
a Pelicans fan, so I wouldn't know, but
You're a basketball fan, though. You could appreciate good basketball.
I appreciate a competitive basketball game. That's what I appreciate.
I mean, my big dog of the Pelicans.
Oh,
game,
I said impressive dog. I didn't say big dog.
my impressive dog of the Pelicans game of the week was Anthony Davis.
Yeah, that's my big dog of the week.
That's my big dog of the Pelicans.
That's
game
not what you said, though.
Big dog of the Pelicans game of the week is Anthony Davis.
Mine is Rajon Rondo. He was a plus 0. And do you know how hard it is to come in and affect nothing?
For 18 minutes, almost 19 minutes.
Yeah, you come in and a complete wash.
Yeah.
Love it. That's what I'm trying to do. Anytime I'm in a situation.
He's a sieve on defense. Every time he's on the court, somebody scores.
But
What's a sieve?
A sieve is like you know when you like collect like a piece of flour, you know, and you want to run
A piece of flour or a flour?
it's a thing where like you sharpen a piece of metal.
No,
into
that's
a
not.
knife.
That's a shiv.
And that's what he said.
No, I said a sieve.
Oh, okay.
A sieve is like, you know, you have like a bag of flour.
Okay.
And you want to
a
make
piece of it.
And you want to make it even more pure than it is and less granulated.
Uh-huh.
You run it through like a sieve, which allows you to
Shank somebody.
You get derailed so easily.
Yeah, he's talking. He's making nonsense over there.
No, he's explaining shivs while you're explaining sieves.
Yeah, he's making nonsense over there.
He's making nonsense.
And then you run it through a sieve, and that separates
Are you
the
sure you don't
particles.
mean sift?
No, sift is what you do with a sieve.
Oh, sieve is the noun and sift is the verb.
There you go.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
There you go.
Dude, we're coming along here.
Anyway, enough shiv talk. Let's get into this next.
Gorgeous. Shiv.
Oh,
seen-
from
Succession?
Succession.
Beautiful.
Banging.
Talking about Rondo in this next game. What do you have? Plus 15, 13 points in this next game. 3 of 4 from 3.
He was hitting him.
He was hitting them. He
He
looked
was
great.
taking them.
I mean, this was basically 3.5 quarters of garbage time.
Yeah.
When he goes out with the white headband on, and KCP has the white headband on,
Oh yeah.
and my TV that I'm watching it on is not big enough,
Mhm.
I can't tell how I feel about them shooting. I don't want either of them to shoot threes.
Sure. Yeah.
I'm perfectly okay with both of them shooting threes. But they'll like pop, and I'm like, and I have to like look at the numbers really hard. I'm like, oh yeah, that's okay. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We had some load managing in this game. Real load managing, as Stu Lance said.
Just a blowout.
It's a blowout. This is how you load manage by blowing out every. We should just do this every game.
Blow out the other team.
Just blow out the other team.
That's
It's
smart.
very boring.
And just do that. That should be Stu's keys to the game. Brought to you by Kia. Blow out every team.
Yeah. So we can load manage LeBron
So we can
and
load
Anthony
manage.
Davis.
What did you say? LeBron was averaging minutes,
Around 34.
34,
which is
the lowest of his career.
yeah.
I'd like to get it a little lower if we're being honest.
I would. Yes.
Yeah.
34.
Can we get to 32
Let's
somehow?
get to 32, 33.
Can we have just AD run the team for a little
32
while?
And 33 sounds so much better than 34.
Yeah.
It's not that big a difference.
It's not that big a difference.
But it sounds way better.
If we could up Anthony Davis's team production, we could do that. But as it stands right now, when Anthony Davis is on the court with the full Lakers roster and LeBron is not on the court, we're a -2. So we're giving up more points than we're producing.
That's not good.
Yeah, why would you say?
Bad.
Why would you think that happens?
I think it's because LeBron provides so much on the defensive end because he's just such a big body that we don't have anybody really to take that role of being like a defensive back in the middle of the floor. You know, the way that Draymond Green is for the Warriors or has been
I feel
in the
like we
past
can get
for
some
the Warriors.
defenders out there, though, with him.
But nobody reads the game like... I mean, we don't have anybody on the roster who's as big as LeBron and reads the floor as well as him.
That sucks. If only Alex Caruso was physically the man he is
Yeah.
mentally.
Or Troy Daniels could
Spiritually.
grow 3 inches.
I don't know if I said this last time. Troy Daniels looks like a dude.
What?
He looks
just
like a regular
looks like a dude.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
He was on Backstage Lakers, and he went to this like
They called him an intern. They're, oh, fuck, you're Troy Daniels.
he went to like this Nike shoe art installation where like the guy who owns it. It sounded like he was reading too much from a script to Troy Daniels, and it seemed really lame. And they spent like 15, 20 minutes of one backstage Lakers on this one thing that happened. And Troy is like just a complete vacuum of charisma. The guy is showing him all these custom-made Nikes, murals against the wall, and Troy just, yeah, cool, yeah. And it's like he meets a kid who literally cries. A kid cries because it's Troy Daniels, and he goes, man, that's really cool. Thank you. Thanks for being a Laker fan.
Yeah.
God,
really?
Yeah, I swear.
Who cries for Troy Daniels?
I think it was a thing where like, he signed his shoes, and the kid just he was overcome, I guess. I don't
On
know.
his draft night, his mom didn't even cry. How crazy.
That's pretty crazy, Kevin.
That's pretty crazy.
You know what else is crazy?
They just said, hey, you're going to have to pay your own rent at Mrs. Caruso's basement now. You're going to have to see if you can catch a ride with Alex at the stadium.
A couple other things crazy. This UFC match between Dwight Howard and Mo Wagner.
Hey!
This was a return game.
Return game.
Swaggy Moe!
Wagner, Bonga, Isaiah,
Thomas.
Bryant.
Thomas Bryant.
Oh, and Thomas Bryant.
Oh, I was like, we're going to say Thomas Bryant, right?
But yeah, in the fourth quarter, during some garbage time, Dwight and Mo were like getting into it.
Yeah.
Like within like a minute, they were like Dwight got a technical. They were both wrapping each other up.
Yeah.
I thought something was going to go down.
Wagner don't back down from nobody.
No. And Dwight, who seemingly, I feel like the refs. This is another conspiracy of the week. The refs have it out for Dwight. I feel like the past few games, Dwight has been getting some really shitty calls that should not have gone his way.
Okay.
Yeah, he's been getting a lot of charge fouls
lot of
against
them.
him.
Yeah.
When he's just trying to land and make a move.
And where the defender's feet are like nowhere near planted.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then just random arms getting locked fouls, and yeah, I feel like the refs just are, I don't know, have it out for him or just don't respect him. I don't know.
Feels like the refs just don't respect the Lakers right now.
That's true.
Yeah, we'll talk about it in the Mavericks game, but Dwight had a hard time staying on the floor just because he was locked up with foul trouble.
Yeah.
Doesn't Dwight almost foul out of the Wizards game pretty early? Doesn't he get 5 fouls by the beginning of the third, and he had to sit out for most of the?
He had 4 fouls by the end of the game.
Yeah.
Oh, crazy.
But Mo Wagner goes out of the game with an injury. And
he
Dwight
ran out.
He ran out because he injured his knee or something.
Yeah.
So Dwight was just on the floor, and he had nobody to fight with anymore. He looked sad.
We did almost look like we were about to get blown out in this game.
Oh yeah, it started out 15-4.
We quickly are just losing.
15-4. That's what it started out.
It was insane.
But then we finished with 37 points in the first quarter.
Yeah.
Like the Wizards forgot they were tanking, and they were like, "Oh shit, turn it off."
Yeah, and it started out. Rui Hachimura seemed like he was going to be an all-star in this one game.
He's really good.
He's really
Rui.
good. Yeah, Rui's really good.
Hey, what happened to Jonathan Williams?
Jonathan Williams.
Where's he at?
Couldn't tell you.
He's playing in Israel.
Israel?
Yeah.
Poor dude comes in and has 3 great games and then is just shipped off to Israel.
You're playing with LeBron. You're like, damn. Next year?
Can't get better than this, right?
Yeah, exactly. Next year.
Buy a diamond ring for your girlfriend. You're like, hey, it's only up from here.
It's only up.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Now he's in Israel playing for a BB.
Is that who he's playing for?
No, I don't know.
I'm sorry.
BB is
I'm
coaching
sorry.
now that he's been...
I'm sorry. I imagined David Blatt when you said that.
My boy BB.
Yeah.
David
I
BB.
was not thinking of Benjamin Netanyahu.
I don't even want to tell you what happened to Blatt.
Oh.
What happened to that?
He's ill. He's sick.
I thought he had a heart attack and then he was fine.
I'll tell you off podcast.
Oh, no.
Is David Blatt dead?
Is he dead? Yeah. I thought that's where he's going to.
Is David Blatt dead and we don't know about this?
Kind of.
Oh, no. Terminal illness?
Yeah, he has a terminal illness.
Oh.
When did he get sick?
I don't know, but I think he has.
Oh, you seem to know a lot except for when it
He has
happened.
multiple sclerosis.
Can you live with MS?
You
I
can't
don't
live
know.
with MS, but I think his is too developed.
I saw a commercial at 2:00 in the morning that might be able to help him. Has he been next to a school with asbestos recently?
I think he has somewhere in Akron.
Mesothelioma?
Yeah.
Shohei Ohtani was at this game.
Who?
Shohei Ohtani? Angels?
Ah,
Yeah.
Showtime.
Is that what they call him? Showtime?
Yeah, that's what they call him.
That's a good nickname for him.
That's a great nickname.
Yeah.
It just sucks he's on a garbage-ass team that no one wants to go watch.
Don't you have an opinion about
Don't you?
you have an opinion about Mike Trout winning MVP on a terrible team.
I just think, what's the point?
Right.
Like, you did great work. No, who cares?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What if Rozier goes off for 35 a night the
He
whole
averages
year?
a 40-point triple-double.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the Hornets win as many games as they do if he scores 5.
Yeah.
Who really cares then? Is
Sure.
he the MVP?
No.
No.
No, he is not.
That's what I was thinking about with Trout.
Sure.
Everybody's like, greatest player in the game. How do we know that? He's never been challenged. We don't know what he's like in the playoffs. We don't know what he's like when it's actually hard to play.
It's a regular season award, though.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it is, but greatest player of all time is not. The MVP is. People literally call him like, oh, this is the next greatest player of all time.
How do you feel about Kershaw being the greatest Dodger pitcher of all time?
I don't know as many Dodger pitchers that I can say. I can tell you he's not the greatest pitcher of his generation. So I don't know how great he is. He's no Madison Bumgarner, and you can
because he's better.
Oh, he's better?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember Madison Bumgarner coming in and giving in 2 home runs and losing to the fucking Nationals. I remember Bumgarner coming in and taking a team, put him on his shoulders, and winning in Kansas City. But
and then we went to the Mavericks.
no, we're not done. No, I'm just kidding. I'm so sorry.
No, it's okay. I do want to say, what did you guys think of the City jerseys?
I liked them on body. I talked trash.
What is there to hate? I don't understand what there was to hate.
I think what I hated was the stars, and I was like, "This is all you did was add a star.
Yeah, it
you
looks
didn't do
washed
anything."
out. In the pictures, it looks washed out.
But on body, I was like, "This is fun. I like our yellow jerseys. The stars are fun."
MDE.
Everybody got a free jersey.
I know, that's tight.
What the fuck, Linda?
Linda, those Russian Rambuses, you know,
dude.
Our most dominant win, wearing most dominant ever jerseys.
Yep.
Felt good. Until Sunday.
Didn't see this one either.
Did you watch this one right now?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I watched every minute of this game.
It was a good game, first 2 quarters.
And then we got blown out in the third.
I mean, literally nothing went our way in the second half.
Yeah, we
perimeter
couldn't make...
defense, perimeter offense, transition,
Bad.
fast break,
Yeah.
points in the paint, defense in the paint.
They got every rebound.
Whatever part of the game of basketball there is, it did not go our way in the second half. It was insane how bad we played.
It's very rough.
Yeah, the Mavs had 16 offensive rebounds in this game, and there were some where like there were 3 Lakers under the basket, and they were just like watching the rebound.
And they just led to 3 after 3.
Yeah.
Like once they got that offensive rebound, it was just an open man for 3, and they were making it.
These City jerseys, what do you guys think of them?
Those are garbage.
Those are.
They look like MS Paint jerseys.
Was this loss more
MS? Like the
Microsoft?
Yeah.
Oh.
Not
Not
of
13.
I was like, they look like they let a gangbanger do that?
Was it more disrespectful that we lost to these jerseys?
Oh yeah.
It adds to it. It doesn't help.
I mean, Dirk was also there too. This is Dirk gave them some spiritual energy.
Yeah, we did play a video for him.
Yeah,
I heard of.
I mean, I didn't watch it either, the video, but it was very lovely, as Bill McDonald said.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure it was. Got a lot of love in Staples Center.
Dirk is like 5th in most points scored. Also
6th. Yeah.
Good for him.
5th is Jordan?
Kobe.
Oh no, Kobe's 3rd.
Kobe's 3rd. LeBron's 4th.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
then Jordan.
Jordan. Oh,
and then
so
it goes
6th.
Yeah.
Carl.
Like I said.
Kareem.
Okay.
Yeah. How did we give up 16 rebounds in this game?
16 offensive rebounds.
Offensive rebounds.
So from what it sounds like, I heard it on the radio. I was driving home listening to the radio. We get the first 2 quarters. Sounds like we played a really good game in the first 2 quarters, and we actually.
It was close. We played good, but it was still close.
Fine,
Yeah.
but the last game we played against them, it's super close, and it comes down to the last minute, and they have to keep going shot for shot in Dallas.
Yeah,
and then it sounds like they started to not get calls, and then they just lost it. Like they spent more time because you can hear them like on their mics, like yelling at the refs.
Yeah,
and it just does not sound like anything is going anybody's way.
Yeah.
So my assumption was that they just got cocky and let their brain take them out of the game.
He also
cocky and. Well, I think the Mavs remembered they're the number 1 offense in the league right now.
Yeah. And Luka Doncic had a bad first half, by his standards.
Yeah.
He was racking up assists. I think he had like 5 assists in the first half, but he was shooting dreadfully, and he couldn't make a 3, and then he just went off for like 20 points in the second half.
I feel like NBA Twitter latches onto an opinion and like really goes hard on that opinion. How like Luka is like the biggest rage right now, you know?
Yeah, MVP candidate.
MVP candidate, All-Star. Everyone loves him. How hard do you and when do you think NBA Twitter is going to turn on Luka? Do you think that happens this year? Like he has like 2 bad games in a row, and then everyone's just like.
I think if they're out of the playoffs, he doesn't get as much play for the MVP
rescind
discussion.
his Rookie of the Year.
Take it back.
Take it back. Ban him from MVP for 5 years.
No, I think there will be people buying stock on Luka Island if people decide to sell that kind of stock.
There's already some people that are turning their backs.
Really?
Somebody. No, I saw that Michael Porter Jr. liked a tweet that was like, Luka's the most overrated player in the NBA.
Oh, my God.
He liked and then unliked a tweet real quick.
Man, I don't know how you can say he's overrated, though.
I think you're just jealous because you were supposed to be Luka.
Yeah.
Like you were supposed to be the young all-star that everybody fawned over.
I wonder how Marvin Bagley feels.
Can you imagine growing up in America thinking you're the shit, and then some dude from Europe comes in, and not even one of the fun Europe countries, like one of the sad, cold ones.
Yeah, Eastern Europe.
Oh,
the block.
Rough.
Yeah.
Also rough, Kyle Kuzma these past 2 games. We didn't talk about it in the last
Kyle Kuzma the whole year.
Man.
Whole year. No, you get a game. You get a game, and then maybe you'll get a back-to-back game.
So here,
he hasn't been able to string a couple together.
Here's the thing. Like I was just saying with Luka, I mean, NBA Twitter is all on Kuzma right now. Why did Laker fans ever think he would be great? He's a bust. Should have traded him, kept Brandon, which is something I said.
Yeah, I remember you shitting on Brandon halfway through the season last year.
I mean,
I remember that too.
No, I probably did, but I'm saying during that trade, I said I like Brandon more than any of the other young guys.
We all like Brandon more.
That's not true.
Kuzma makes
That's not true.
no money.
No.
Yeah, Kuzma made
the
more
reason you keep Kuzma
sense.
because he makes no money.
And
then they extended him, and he still makes less than Alex Caruso.
Yeah.
I feel like he's inconsistent.
Very inconsistent.
Which is not to say that he's just complete shit. He's just inconsistent.
But
he had a great game in the first game of the week. He had a great game for somebody off the bench. 16 points plus 6, 4-4 from 3. That's a great game.
It's a good game
from somebody off the bench. Obviously, these last 2 games.
How did he do against the Wizards?
In each of these games, he had 4 points.
But I think that's more of the system rather than Kyle Kuzma specifically. Because in this game, even though he didn't shoot very well, it felt like Rondo was so dominant with his ball handling that Kyle Kuzma wasn't free to get the kind of looks that he wanted, especially like as the ball handler trying to do something with Anthony Davis. And I don't know if that's just reps or his efficiency just as a player, but it feels like his development has devolved in these last couple of games, especially with Rondo coming back.
Yeah.
Is it the system that made him go 0 for 5?
Yeah, I think he was getting bad looks at the basket. He was like, all of those shots from 3 were bailout shots at the last second of the shot clock.
There was a few of them, yeah. But sometimes he does try to force it in there.
Yeah, sometimes this was a bad just mental game from Kyle Kuzma.
So, I mean, I don't think he's proven himself to be complete shit. I don't
want to call him shit. I do love Kyle Kuzma.
Yeah.
I'm just saying he's having a bad year.
Yeah. I mean, yes. Bad, though?
Bad.
I mean, it's definitely up and down.
It's not good.
It's bad.
It's inconsistent.
Inconsistent.
He's had like a game or 2.
And he's had a game or 2 bad.
I think if we counted him, it's more bad.
I mean, he was good in the Pelicans game where he had 16 points.
So he went 1 for 2 this week.
And 5
1 for 2 this week.
Rebounds. Yeah, so that's inconsistent.
Yeah, I'm not disagreeing with inconsistent.
Up, down.
No,
down.
It didn't go. It went up, down, down, down. He's very consistently down. Yeah. And then the inconsistency is when he's actually good. Which would mean he's having a bad year. I love Kuz. Love him on the team. Will defend him to any haters outside of Lakers community haters. But inside the community, not having a good year.
Sure.
I feel like it's like my hometown. If you're from my hometown, we can rag on it. If you're not from it, I'll fucking stab you in the throat.
I agree.
Okay.
But the Inland Empire is bad. I
Let's go, dog.
See, and then he had 10 points against the Spurs, and then 5 points against the Grizzlies.
yeah.
And then 10
That's
points.
2 for 3.
10 points against the Thunder.
Is 10 good? Because Alex Caruso's having a better year than.
To ask 10 points from someone off the bench, yes, that is.
He has his own tweet where he says he can be the third best player on this team.
I understand that, but he's not a starter yet.
But I also think that the system that Frank Vogel has introduced when LeBron is off the court is worse for Kyle Kuzma because at least LeBron finds him for open looks. Rajon isn't finding anybody for open looks right now.
Dude,
Okay.
he literally goes back and forth between like a 10 to 17 point game to a 2 to 5 point game. Every game.
I would say a good game is like 18 to 25.
That's a great game though.
Great?
Yes,
For somebody off
we
the
know this
bench.
man can.
Again, for somebody off the bench, you have to qualify it. 10,
Isn't it- he's
10
the
points for a starter who you want to be the number 3 is a bad game. 10 points for somebody off the bench who is not the third best player, yes, that's a good game.
I disagree.
These two games, this Mavericks Wizards game, are his first two bad games in a row.
But it's also like the shots that he's getting. If he's getting like 15 shots a game, yeah, he should be scoring in like the 18 to 20 range. But since he's getting 8 shots a game, maybe, he should be right around that like 10 to 15 points a game mark. It's just not enough shots up versus his production.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because in
Well,
in this New Orleans Pelicans game, he's 6 of 8, 4 free throws, and he's 4 for 4 from the free throw line, and he's just playing kind of out of his mind. But then in this Wizards game, he has 7 shots. He doesn't find the stroke from 3-point line. He doesn't get fouled. He only has 4 points, 2 for 7.
Yeah, he's never at the line.
He's never at the line. And then in this Dallas Mavericks game, he's 1 for 8 with 3 free throws.
Yeah.
He just doesn't. It's so inconsistent, the calls that he gets and the aggressiveness that he has towards the basket. And I don't think that the sprained ankle helps with that.
No. And to me, this is his first 2 bad games in a row.
He's played 15 games this year.
Uh-huh.
How many do you think he scored less than 10 points?
Out of 15?
Out of 15, how many has he scored less than 10?
What, 8?
8 or 9?
7.
7.
Yeah.
So-
half of the time he can't even get to 10.
Less than half.
Marginally.
Well,
Marginally less than half. We'll see you in the next game then.
Yes, okay.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
what I'm saying is he's inconsistent, not bad.
Okay.
I also think that
I'm saying he's having a bad year.
Yeah.
I want that
I'm
to be
saying
clear.
he's not having a bad year.
You don't think he's having a bad year?
he's getting a
inconsistent-
very up and down year.
Yes.
Okay.
He's had bad games. He's had good games.
I also think that the pace just isn't right for Kuzma because he's more of like an up and down guy. I think that's why he thrived with Lonzo because that was very much like a 7-second or less offense. You try to score really quickly, but with LeBron, since he's and Anthony Davis, they're slowing it down. They're posting up so much. They're running the pick and roll. It's just not Kuzma's game.
Yeah.
Unless he really finds the stroke from outside.
All right.
That's where I think that it's a strategic deficit for Kyle Kuzma, because he's like kind of crazy when it comes to an offensive game. He's throwing up like little floaters. He's trying to get his shot off in traffic, and that's not what LeBron wants to do on the offensive end.
All right.
Or Rondo, for that matter. Rondo wants to run like a very slow game where he just posts Anthony Davis up.
Yeah. Did
Wait.
you get?
Which is bad.
Yes. Big dogs out there. I mean, email us what you think is a definition of a good game. Email us what if you think Kyle Kuzma is having a good year, a bad year, an inconsistent year.
Big-
BigDogLakerPod@gmail.com.
You know why the S is missing.
Let us know what you think. We got
He can have a bad year and an inconsistent year at the same time. Like, those aren't mutually exclusive.
no, but you just said he had 8 good games and 7 good years, so he's having an inconsistent year with mostly good games.
Mostly good games?
Yeah, 'cause
8 is,
eight is more than 7.
We didn't say what he scored. 10's not good, is my thing.
Oh, it's good for somebody off the bench.
10, it's a C.
It depends on how many shots he's
C's
getting.
C's get degrees.
Okay.
Fellas, we got 4 games coming. Oh, did you hear about this after the Pelicans game? They were blaring like a bunch of music in the locker room. Like people were like talking about it like after the game. Did you hear about this?
Oh, I didn't hear about that. Wait,
Yeah.
after the Pelicans game?
After the Pelicans game, Mark Spears was tweeted out that they were just partying in the locker room.
That's tight.
Yeah,
Good for probably for Anthony Davis's 41 points.
they really just don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
They've been
Yeah.
playing a lot of who is it? Chief Keef, right?
Well, okay, you just brought that up. So he's saying they were playing Lil Baby, but then Rodger Randle. Do you know who Rodger Randle is?
I don't know who that
I don't
is.
know who that is.
I don't know.
I'm
Is this
old.
like Mark Spears' like rap alter ego, and he was just trying to like get a
Check
shout
out my album.
yeah,
It's coming out.
I've never heard of Rodger Randle.
Who
But
framed
they-
Rodger Randle?
Yeah, that's
There
what
you go.
I almost said that right now,
Uh,
but yeah, like he said that they were playing Rodger Randle, and it's like, well, who and wait, why? Who's?
Probably LeBron has one of those big JBL speaker setups. Or I
Mhm.
guess he's sponsored by Beats, so
Yeah,
one of
yeah.
those Beats speaker setups. Oh, I will say in this Dallas game, there was that blow up at the end of the first half where LeBron was
Oh, yeah.
yelling. Specifically, it turns out, at Danny Green for not hustling back on defense
Yeah.
and just sprinting instead of running.
Caught on mic.
Caught on mic.
On Spectrum.
Yeah, telling everybody on the
But
Lakers.
he said something along the lines of, "What the fuck? You're not running the fuck back.
Yeah.
You mother." Oh, he said, "You motherfuckers are jogging."
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. I love it. They got like 3 or 4 curse words in like a 5-second span.
And Danny Green reiterates that to one of the reporters after the game and says, we don't put enough effort in to winning games consistently. We're on cruise control. We're not putting the energy into every game, putting in full effort to
Okay.
win the game. We'll spend like 5 minutes at a time really trying to blow people out, but the effort isn't there all the
I was
time.
gonna say,
And that's been very visible.
Yeah.
And I think that definitely leads, that's like part of us playing all these like tomato cans.
I think a little bit has to do with that. I think a lot has to do with the fact that that's the way LeBron James plays. And you know that like phrase that like a system or a team is the long shadow of the person who's the head of it. I think LeBron is the head of the Lakers team, and everybody just follows his objective in the way that he plays.
Also, LeBron's not putting in the energy.
I don't think so.
He's not putting in the
Well,
effort.
he's not playing enough minutes to put in the energy.
32 minutes.
All right.
That's-
Then you'll get 32 minutes of great play.
Wait a minute. No, it's not 32. It's 34. That was what we were talking
34,
about.
yeah. Then you'll just
It's
get
like
40
34.9 too. So it's like 35.
We need 45. What is it?
48.
48 minutes of. We need 48 minutes of consistent play, though.
Okay. I have to disagree with you there.
What do you think we need to win?
Well, no. We need consistent play. I'm not going to argue about consistent play. I just don't think it's not. LeBron's putting in the work. Like we're the stats prove we're better when LeBron's on the court. I mean,
Yeah.
like we even went to the -2 when he's off and AD's running the team.
Yeah, totally.
I think what we need is AD to step up. Like we've had some definitely great AD games, but we've also had a couple where it felt like he was just kind of like dwarfed by LeBron being on the court, or perfectly okay with just being a player on the team and not necessarily like co-headliner.
Yeah.
Because he's not supposed to be the number 2 to LeBron. It's like 1A, 1B, and you guys trade off.
Yeah.
I feel like he hasn't been necessarily which feels kind of weird to say because he's had some amazing games, but he hasn't been necessarily what we brought him in for, which is to be like a dominant star that gets to lead the team when LeBron is off the court, and when LeBron is on the court, maybe let him relax a little bit, especially if he's going to be playing a lot of D.
Yeah, I think what was something that I've felt when he's on the court is just like a better version of those New Orleans teams that he was on.
Yeah.
Where he's putting in a lot of work on the defensive end and he's getting a lot of stats, but the stats are kind of meaningless because it's not very productive in terms of us scoring a lot of points and the other team not scoring a lot of points. For example, he was a -6 in this New Orleans Pelicans game, and LeBron and Alex Caruso were the people who were really carrying it on both sides of the court.
There's been multiple games where he's getting out-rebounded and you're just like, what the? You're a fucking giant. How are you getting out rebounded? But we're winning, so it's just not a big deal. We're like, oh, it's okay. But we're playing all these sub 500 teams, which you got to beat the guys that they put out there. So like, and we did that, and that's pretty great.
Yeah.
But we're going into this next week, and then the weeks coming after that. Like the next 3 weeks sucks. The next 3 weeks is really hard for us. So we'll be able to see exactly if he can kind of rise to the occasion, and if Kuzma can finally have a good game. And
he's at 8 of them.
I'm fucking kidding.
By your definition, he's and that's something I want to talk about. Go on.
Anthony Davis is averaging the least amount of rebounds per game since his first year in the league.
What is that? Is that system? I mean, do we want him to run back, get back in position?
I think it's a combination of LeBron is a good rebounder, but once he's off the court, he has to be more dominant in that aspect of the game. But also he's like with another tall guy in JaVale or Dwight, and they collect a lot of rebounds too. But I don't know if it's also rebound percentage, but I'll look that up while Ryan says something.
Well, I was going to say, so you brought it up. We have a hard schedule coming up. We'll talk about that in just a second. But people are saying, like, we've had a cupcake schedule. We've had an easy schedule. Have we?
Yeah.
No.
I
checked our strength of schedule. We're right in the middle.
For these games?
Yeah, currently. We're right in the middle of strength of schedule.
Okay.
So it's not like we're having a cakewalk. We barely, we played the Mavs twice already. Played the Clippers, played the Raptors, played the Kings, which are a playoff team. They're ninth
they're
right
in
now.
The mix.
They're gonna be above 500.
Yeah,
they just lost.
Yeah, but they're gonna be above 500.
They got blown out by Chicago.
They're gonna be above 500.
They got blown out by Chicago.
They were getting blown out. Now they're losing 98.
The Mavs got swept already by the New York Knicks.
That was good. 2 losses.
2 losses. But and this is what you're supposed to be doing. You're supposed to feed consistently on these weak teams.
Just eat whatever they put on the plate.
Exactly.
They put it on the plate. We got to beat them.
And we're playing consistently good. We've only lost 2 games. We've got 3 games. We went on a 7-game winning streak and a 10-game winning streak.
We're doing great.
Yeah, we're doing
great.
We're doing great. But in those win streaks, my only thing is like in those win streaks and in this part of the season, you can see the hunger coming out of the Clippers game because we were not supposed to lose that way. And you can see the hunger coming out of it. And then they really start to beat people's ass, coming out of that.
Definitely.
We lose after the Raptors game and then you see it again. But like we have great run, loss, great run, loss. You can see when they get on those streaks, when we get to 6, 7, 8 wins in a row, they start to wait. They have too much fun. They're just like too hyped to be there.
Playing music in the locker room.
Play music in the locker room. You got to have fun while you're on the team. Yeah. But like, they take time off. You can see it. Like, how many games have we started off where we're like, we're gonna fucking lose?
Yeah.
Or how many games?
This Wizards game.
How many games have we started to play where we're killing them, and then it gets to the fourth quarter, and then it's one of those. I don't know if we've actually had to do this, but it feels this way, where it's like, okay, pull all the starters in the first minute of the fourth quarter, but in the last 3 minutes, it's like, hurry up, get those starters back in. Like we're giving this up again.
We're probably leading the league in heart attack games.
Yes,
we have to be.
And there's no reason to be doing that to loser teams.
Yeah,
to like bad teams.
True.
It's because we lose that focus.
Although teams have become superstar teams against us, like the Memphis Grizzlies scoring like 50% on 3 when we face them, or Toronto coming in and just decimating us because they have a better game plan against us.
And they are actually good.
They're really good.
Yeah.
Siakam is a legitimate candidate for most improved.
Right now. Nick Nurse got Coach of the Month, along with Frank Vogel.
Eastern Coach of the Month.
Yes. All right.
To wrap this up, just with the advanced stats on Anthony Davis, his total rebounding percentage, which is an estimate of the percentage of available rebounds a player grabbed while he was on the floor, is also at a career low.
Yeah. He's missing them. You see him getting out-rebounded by people.
And that's offensive rebounds and defensive rebounds.
Yeah. All right, we got one last thing to talk about. That's an upcoming week. We got 4 games, a little road trip, starting Tuesday at Denver, Wednesday at Utah, Friday at Portland, and then we come back home on Sunday against the Timberwolves. I'm going to say we go 3-1 with a sneaky loss to the Timberwolves.
At home?
Yeah.
Continue the home losing streak.
Yeah, I think we're going to bounce back. We had people are already like clowning on the Lakers for this game we just had.
Let them clown.
Yes, because that second half was so uncharacteristically bad.
We scored 38
That's
points.
going to happen
In the half.
maybe once or twice again this year. That's not going to be a consistent thing. We're going to bounce back from the Nuggets against the Nuggets for sure. But yeah, we're not going to have that kind of half, that kind of quarter again for a long time. And someone's going to clip this and kind of eat my words. But 3-1 with the sneaky loss against the Timberwolves.
Huh.
Timberwolves not that bad this year too. What's his name? Andrew Wiggins having a resurgent year.
Yeah, Andrew Wiggins looks good. I have him on a fantasy team, and he's averaging like 25, like 7-7.
Yeah.
He's great.
What, seventh in the West right now. They're a playoff team right now.
Yeah.
I can't remember if it was Denver Suns or Denver Wizards or even Denver Rockets, but I saw a thing where it said you can get a ticket to the game, the cheapest ticket to the game in Denver, $8.
Wow.
$8.
You want to fly to Denver?
Dude, Denver's nice.
It's
good.
It's great.
It's
well,
fun.
this time of year it's a little snowy, but
Yeah.
I like snow.
yeah, the game.
People are gonna be like, "Are you sure you want to go? It's cold." People like to tell you it's cold. What's up with that?
Yeah, but I'm gonna be indoors.
Get a damn thermal.
Put a jacket on.
Put a jacket on.
Oh no, it's cold.
Put a damn
Put
jacket
some extra
on.
sweats on.
It's been cold forever.
Get some long
Put
johns.
I don't know if you know that.
Put some comfy socks on.
I'm going to
put some long johns on like you're like an old timey hobo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cooking beans
little,
under a bridge.
Yeah, you can take a dump by putting the butt flaps down. The butt flaps down.
So what do you guys think we're doing this week? 4 games.
I think 2-2.
2-2. Where the losses come from?
I think that the losses come against. Who do I want to do this against?
Real quick, I read this. This is to me a meaningless stat, but since 2010, LeBron James is 6-10 on the road in Utah and Denver.
6-10
6-10.
on the road. Wow. Hey, remember when I said we could have? It was reasonable to see us going 1-2 last week.
That's not what you said.
With losses,
That's not what you said.
We play back the tape. It's on there. With losses against the Pelicans and Dallas, and
Yeah.
you were like, "That's not reasonable at all."
It wasn't.
It
reasonable.
wasn't because it didn't happen.
We only win by 4 in that Pelicans game, and it comes down to the
What
wire.
was the first words? We
only
win.
won.
But it was within reason to have lost that after watching the game.
Yeah,
It was within reason.
the reason of a loser.
Oh my god, you guys are the fucking worst.
Where do these 2 losses
You're
come
the worst. Utah
from?
and wow, Utah kind of sucks right now.
Blazers kind of suck right now too. I didn't
Blazers
realize.
kind of suck right now too.
Yeah, they're bad.
Yeah.
Um,
All because they got rid of Powell. That's the only reason they're bad.
Powell couldn't even get on the court.
That's the only reason they're bad.
also, I think he's coaching now.
Yeah, he's like
For the Blazers.
yeah
for the Blazers.
I think it was just vague, like he has a coaching role.
Yeah. I think they wanted to maintain the relationship.
Yeah, they didn't.
That's tight.
Yeah, that'd be cool. That'd be really cool to see him as a coach in the future.
Like Tim
Powell.
Duncan.
Yeah,
I do like
Powell.
Tim Duncan's resurgence as a coach.
Yeah.
He's the record is bad, but him on the sidelines is great.
You know, Pau Gasol is not. Gasol is his middle name.
What's his last name?
Pau Gasol Saez.
Oh, is it like a 3? Is it like a hyphenated last name?
Pau Gasol Saez.
Is it one of those things where you take your mom's last name as your middle name and then your dad's last name as your last name, but then your dad sucks, so you go by your mom's like you were?
Let's see.
You know how like kids raised by single moms are always really extra dramatic about being raised by a single mom?
It doesn't say what his mother's maiden name was.
You know how on like Father's Day he just posts a picture of his mom
Uh-huh.
and he was like, all the father I ever needed, and we're like, yeah, we believe you.
Yeah. I couldn't tell you what his mother's maiden name is. But
Okay.
his name is Pau Gasol Saez. I might be saying that Saez wrong, but yeah. Huh. Didn't
Same
know
with
that.
Marc Gasol. I'm gonna go.
No, Gasol's actually Mark's
Yeah.
last name.
Adrian Gasol too?
There's a third one?
There's a
There's
third
like
one.
3 or 4.
Sick.
I know Adria.
It's like the Plumleys.
Yeah,
There's always another Plumlee.
There's
I know
another Plumlee?
Adria went to UCLA and then couldn't get off the bench, so he went back to Spain. Played over there.
Just play in Spain. It's a beautiful place.
Yeah. Where do those losses come from?
I said Utah. No, fuck. I did say Utah.
You said Utah, but you didn't say the other one.
I think we'll beat Denver, and now I'm wondering if we'll beat Utah. Denver will be the hardest game, and then
I think we're gonna lose to Utah.
you think lose
that's
to
it?
Utah on the
Yeah.
back-to-back.
Yeah.
Okay.
Lose to Utah. Can we beat? We can beat Portland.
Yeah, Portland is bad.
Yeah.
We historically
And they're-
have a bad record against Portland,
In
as
Portland.
Lakers.
Yeah,
in
Portland.
Portland.
But I think the matchup is actually good for us. Unless, because Dame is a small point guard in comparison to the guards that we can throw at him, like Danny Green and Caruso.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's a okay matchup for us. But
3-1 loss against Timberwolves. 3-1.
loss against Utah.
3-1 loss against Portland.
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 Okay.
I don't like this at all.
Yeah, Portland is bad. Their
They're
record
bad.
is
They're
bad.
the worst team that we're gonna
You
play.
got-
Yeah.
Shoemaker's law. You have to add in those bullshit losses that make no
Uh-huh.
sense.
Yeah.
Shoemaker's shoe-in law of the
Shoemaker's
Shoe-in law of
shoe-in
the week.
Law of the week.
shoe-in of the law.
Shoemaker's big dog shoe-in law. Big dog law of the
Mm-hmm.
week.
When the other shoe drops. You know what? I am gonna go 4-0. No, I'm just kidding. I'm gonna go. I'm sorry. I am gonna go 3-1.
Okay.
And let's say we lose to Denver,
Denver.
and
All
we
right.
spend
I like that
we spend some great times watching ESPN talk about, is this the end of the Lakers? Did
Dude.
we crown them
Because
too
they
early?
lost two in a
two
row.
game
Yeah.
losing straight. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. NBA Twitter. They're gonna go nuts if we lose against Denver.
love it.
Me too.
They only speak the truth in NBA
That's
Twitter.
true.
Uh-huh.
They know
It's-
everything
it's
ahead
not
of
a
time.
reaction.
Yeah,
It's
there's
not a
a
complete
reaction.
reaction.
Or fickle.
Not at all.
Yeah. Thank you guys for listening. That was Big Dog Lakers Pod. Make sure to like us on the or subscribe on the Apple. Is it the
Apple
iTunes
Podcast?
podcast app? Yeah, I don't know.
It's just called the podcast.
Podcast
Wherever you
app.
listen to podcasts.
But make sure to on the Apple one.
On the Apple
make
one,
sure to
rate
give it
us.
5 stars. Make sure to leave a comment. If you leave a comment, you'll get $1 from Alex. If you leave a comment denouncing
China.
the Chinese government,
Or China.
okay, you get.
Or if you just really met one Chinese person you didn't like so much.
I
think
actually
it's a
don't
brave-
want that. I don't want that.
I think it's a brave stance. I'm not going to agree with you, but I will give you $1.
Yeah, but I would rather not incentivize that.
How are we incentivizing it?
You literally just said I'll give you $1.
Oh yeah. oh, financially?
Yes. So let's not incentivize that.
All right. Okay. If
Denounce the
you
Chinese government.
denounce a Chinese person that you met, I will give you $1.
No, we just
But-
said don't do that.
But you owe Ryan $1.
Okay.
So it's a wash. It's like
Okay.
Rondo coming in.
So you'll get the $1 from Alex.
No,
You'll
you get the
the
$1 from me.
from you. No, but leave a comment. So you get the $1 from Alex.
Yes.
Get the $1 from you, but then you
Yes.
have to Venmo me $1. So
Yes.
you still come up $1 up.
Well, for the review.
Yes.
You come up $1 down. You're actually $1 down.
No,
you're a dollar
You get
up.
$2, but then you give $1 to me. So that's
Okay. How about
$1
this?
up.
$1.
How about this? If you make fun of a Chinese person, I will.
No, if you can't make fun of a Chinese
If you
person,
denounce
you're
Kevin,
banned.
if
Yes.
you denounce
Okay.
Kevin, I'll give you another $1.
Yes. Jesus Christ.
I don't agree with it. I'm just saying I want reviews,
Ugh.
and I'm willing to sell my soul for the low price of $1. Apparently.
And if you give your opinion on whether Kyle Kuzma had a good year or not, you'll get another $1 from me.
There you go.
Yeah, there you go.
Has had a good year so far. Also, just give us some metrics on what you think good means.
Yeah, that one you might not be able to fit in the comments, so
Yeah.
you can email us.
big.lakerpod@gmail.com. You know why the S is missing.
Yeah.
You can visit Dwight Howard's Cameo page
Oh,
and
yeah.
send us a little cameo
Uh-huh.
with your words, and Dwight Howard says them while he's on the toilet or whatever.
My wife got so mad at me today because
Uh-huh.
I showed her. You sent me the Dwight Howard cameo thing,
Yeah.
and I showed my wife, and she was like, "You can literally just pay people to say stuff."
Uh-huh.
And I was like, "Yeah." And she was like, "You guys have never thought to pay any Lakers any amount of money to shout out the Big Dog Laker Pod?" And I was like, "Oh no, we haven't thought about that." And she was like, "Wow, you would think you guys would try somewhere." She was like so disappointed.
Yeah. Maybe we should.
If you denounce my wife,
I
other
wonder
dollar.
if Yeah.
I'm just kidding. I won't give you $1 for that.
Keep that in.
I won't give you $1.
My dad said we should get ex-Lakers on the podcast to promote the podcast,
Yep.
and I said they wouldn't fit in the studio.
Yeah.
They're too big, and there's only 3 seats.
If we can get AC Green, I will sit on the
Well,
floor.
4 seats.
All right. I
If
think
we get AC Green, you'll sit on the floor.
I'll sit on the floor. You can have my seat.
okay, I think the credits are done. What are you guys doing after this?
I think I'm going to go home.
Going home?
Yeah, I'm gonna go home.
Okay. Well, let's get you guys there. See you guys. Thank you for listening. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.